Hi there, it's Kim from the Shamrock Quilt Studio, and it's a great day when I can tell you about a new project. And we've got a project coming up that I'm kind of excited about. It's going to be a small project, and I don't think it's going to take a long time, but we're doing something a little bit different as far as our colors go. So let me tell you about that right after this. And here's the materials I'm using for this project. I anticipate that it's going to be somewhere between 24 and 36 inch square. This, I am creating a wall hanging, something similar to our modern Dresden that will fit in the frame that usually hangs up here. So for me, this is not going to be a huge project. It shouldn't take a long time, but I think it's just going to be very dramatic. And if you're looking for a project that you could make even bigger, it might be for you. Now, how did I come about this project? I have been wanting to do a project with a black fabric background for quite some time. And I've run across a couple of pictures of projects people have done, and I think I found out what I want to do. I want to use this black fabric, and oh my goodness, did it pick up some lint. Woo, we're going to have to find a lint brush for this one. But we've got this black all cotton fabric. This is just a store brand fabric. It's not a Kona. We've gone super cheap on this one. So I have, I want to say 2 yards of this. Yeah, that looks about right. About 2 yards of this. And then I purchased a little bundle of fat quarters in some neon colors. And if you look at that, look how those pop together. Wow, those are going to be great. So the design I'm using is going to use 4 of these colors, and I think that I haven't decided for sure which one I'm not going to use, but it is, we've got 5 fabrics here, and we probably will only be using 4 in the main design. We may try to use that 5th color in the border or the binding. So those are the colors that I'm using. It is quite splashy, very vibrant. So what do we think? Should we take the purple out? Should we take the blue out? I think the yellow and the green have to stay in. Should we take the pink out? Ooh, so many choices. I'm going to have to study on that a while, and I'm going to go back to the pictures that I saw on this. Money into this project. Let's talk about finances. I'm going to try to be very transparent about finances on this project. Let me grab the receipt. The bundle of fat quarters was $6. And the, let's see, the fabric, okay, there's that. This was $5 and let's say 40 cents for the 2 yards of this. Now, I'm going to have to get a piece of fabric to use as the backing on this. I may try to find something that combines all these colors together, maybe something a little wild. Or I may choose to go with just a plain gray fabric. It's going to be pretty small, and I may have something in my stash to do that with. And batting. Now, I think that if I were tackling this as a huge on my bed quilt or something that I wanted as a dramatic wall hanging that was really large, I would investigate seeing if I could get some black batting. But because this is going to be a smaller project and it's going to be something that I'm trying to do very frugally, we're just going to go with our regular batting. And I'm going to try to use something I have in my stash. This is not going to be very wide, so it might be something that we could just stitch together a couple of scraps to get something big enough for it. And I think the pattern we're using, if we chose to put those pieces together, won't be an issue. Okay, the pattern is going to be a bear claw pattern or a bear paw pattern. I don't know if there's a difference, but the pattern I came up with was Bear Paw. And it's going to be done in these vibrant colors on this black background. And I think it's really going to be quite something to look at when we're done. So I went online and just found somebody that had a simple bear claw pattern. And then I decided what the measurements should be for all the pieces and the size block we're going to do. We're going to do a 12-inch block. It will probably have some kind of small border around each block, and there'll be 4 blocks on the design. So it's going to be big enough that we can show the splash of the colors, but not a huge thing. And I think that having a fat quarter of each one, there's not another bundle like this at the store. So whatever we do has to be with this. Now the beauty of this is that every bear paw block is going to be a different color. So if you're looking for something bigger, all you need is more fabric and more colors. Or if you could get a bundle with two bundles of the same thing, that would be great. Lots of options for doing that. So we'll be starting on this next week. Here's all the fabric. They all need to be pre-washed, especially going on that black and these bright, bright colors. Because the one thing we don't want to do is get all this finished and throw it in the washer and have all the colors bleed. I think for something like this where we're using dramatic colors with lots of dye in those fabrics, they really need to be washed ahead of time. So that's what we're going to be working on, and I think we're going to call this Black Bear for the name of our project, and we'll get started next week. I hope you'll join us. If you like this video and you're excited like I am to start something new, give us a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next week here at the Shamrock Quilt Studio.